I had a stroke June 2015. When I had my stroke, it was one of them that happened in the back of my brain, and it left me left side dead. I was completely dead on the left side. I couldn't talk, I couldn't walk, I really couldn't function. And then I went into a serious depression, because I don't know if any of y'all, it happens to you guys, but when you get ill and you can't really do for yourself, you feel kind of helpless. And that helpless feeling, it didn't feel good to me. I mean, I even contemplated suicide, in it all, because I didn't know who was going to take care of me, how I would take care of myself. And then the angel of mercy called PACE came into my life, which I look at PACE as a savior. They saved me because I was so depressed. I was antisocial. I didn't get along with no one. Didn't want to be bothered with no one. And then I was worried about being put in a nursing home. That's the one place I didn't want to go, was to a nursing home. But I found out with PACE, you get to stay in your own home. They come get you and take you to your doc's appointments, feed you. I mean, it's really a pretty nice place. And I learned the very first day I went to PACE, I was really skeptical about what was going on there. And I can remember the very first day I went there, all I kept saying was, "When are you taking me back home? I'm ready to go home." I had my cell phone. I started calling the desk and office. "Look, you guys told me you was going to take me back home." But they was patient with me. And then the next day I came, it's really funny. You can see I'm a Thunder fan. Thunder up, Sooner, Boomer Sooner all day long. And there was a guy, I had my OU stuff on. There was a guy named Mike Carter. I'll never forget this. He saw me, and I didn't see him. I was getting my vitals checked. And I heard him say, "Boomer." And I just said, "Sooner." And I turned around, and it was him. Me and him became best friends up there now. Then another guy, same way, Boomer, Sooner. So we started a little Sooner thing. Every Friday, we put our Sooner gear up on. So that right there, enabled me to realize that I could find some people to socialize with. They play dominoes there. I learned all kind of card games. I can't even tell you how many card games I learned up there. I mean, card games I didn't think no one played. I played canasta. I played bridge. I played sequence. I play skip bowl. I play Uno. Games. It's just so much fun up there. And then they got a gym upstairs that I go to. I tell you what. I'm gonna tell you how my day goes. I go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay, the day starts. They come get me around 9 o'clock. I go get to the place. I have my vitals checked and everything. Have my breakfast. Have my coffee. And then at 10 on Fridays, at 10:30 we play bingo, which I wasn't a bingo player, but I love it now. And then 11 o'clock we do standing exercise. They call it standing. Right now we into Tai Chi, which I heard the guy say something about how to prevent falls. Tai Chi is good for that because it teaches you how to be balanced. And I have, just a little 2 weeks or 3 weeks we've been doing it. I can feel my balance has gotten better because I was a person who fell a couple of times. I understand. I can relate to your story, about worrying about falling. And then 11:30, I do the sitting Tai Chi class. We go all, do all the Tai Chi and stuff, which is kind of cool. And then at 12 o'clock, we have lunch from 12 to 1. And then at 1:15, we do walking therapy, where we just walk around the place around 15 times. The inside, not the outside, but the inside. And that's cool. That didn't help me get used to walking again, because that was hard. I was trying to stay out of the wheelchair. That was my whole mindset was stay out of the wheelchair, be able to live at home. I know sometimes it's necessary to have the mobile chair, but I didn't want that. I didn't want that. I wanted to be on this. The worst thing I wanted to do was do this. But I've did it all. I got a wheelchair at home. I got a mobile chair at home. I have one of those things that she got right there at home. And you all familiar with the quad canes with the 4 legs on it? They gave me one of those, and I'm like, okay, I can graduate from that into this. And don't tell no one. I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. I drive now. I had to quit driving for almost a year and a half. But now I can drive to the little stores around by my house, you know, the Family Dollars and stuff like that. I feel a little more independent now, you know. So I think if you're trying to, you know, like this thing right here, I know you have those little flyers in your deal. Make sure you read this right here, because I was reading this, and this is the main things that I like about PACE. I continue to live at home. I receive medical care. There's no cost to me. I get to socialize with. I already made so many friends, man. I just love it. And you get meals and snacks. And would you like to have your prescription drug costs covered at no cost to you? That's true. That happens with me. Transportation back and forth to the doctor, which they do have a doctor on site. 24, I mean, the whole time I'm there. It's a Dr. Winchester, he's there. And they have some of the nicest nurses and home health aides and stuff. And you are a part of your medical decisions. To me, that was a big thing. I didn't want to be put on a lot of medications that I didn't feel like my body needed, you know, because, you know, medicines nowadays have so many side effects. You almost be better off staying sick than taking the medicine. You know, you cure one thing and get 10 different ailments, you know. So that I wanted to be part of my medical decision, and that was it. And now right now, if y'all have any questions, I mean, my life is an open book to anyone now. You know, when you reach the suicide stage, you know, and then you get saved from that. I'm gonna tell you about my suicide. You know, I was a street person. I'm not going to even lie about it. I was in the streets before I had my stroke, but I was active. You know, I walked a couple of miles every morning and in the evening. I thought I don't smoke, I don't drink. So I thought I was pretty healthy. And then that stroke slipped up on me, you know, like that. But I had a friend of mine get me some Lortabs. I was going to take 20 of them at one time just to end it, you know, but that was, I started PACE September the 1st. September the 10th, I flushed the pills down the toilet. And I ain't looked back since, you know, so it's you know, I love PACE. You know, you'll never hear me say nothing bad about PACE. You know, I love it, you know, so I hope if one of you guys just won, I feel like it's a pleasure, you know, it's a privilege out here being able to tell my story, because I was so close to not being able to tell this story no more. But I feel privileged to be able to, you know, to talk to you people. And I hope you all see, if you'll see any value in anything that this card say, talk to Diane, talk to Stephanie, and at least get some information. You can come visit the place to see if you feel like you will belong. But if the best thing is to read this little card, and it tells PACE, it tells you all about PACE. And I guarantee you, everything they got right here is true. I don't usually talk about this because it sounds kind of braggadocious, but this shirt right here, this is my design. You see this right here? That's me coming in with the walker, with the wheelchair, and then I went to the walker, then I went to the cane. But this right here, a lot of people think when I did this that this was how I was trying to get back to running. But this represents, this last person right here, I used to sit and I hear, you know, like some people would have problems and the staff, they have a little code red or code blue over the intercom. And I see all the staff and the nurses running to get to that person. Not one person getting to him, but like 7 or 8. They all come from downstairs and all around. Here they come to check on that's who that is. How the staff and nurses run to see about you. But you'll see, if you ever see this shirt, it says, and this is something I'm proud of too, concept designed by Leslie Shaw. That's me. And yeah, I'm proud of this, this shirt. It tells my story. So if you ever want to know anything about me, just remember this shirt. And then you could be, I think they have different people design the shirts every year. I'm not sure. I'm hoping they stick with this one from now on. My first year I got picked. You know, I just threw my design out there. I wasn't expecting it to get picked, but it got picked. And in fact, Diane and this other girl, Trudy, helped me correlate it, So maybe if you join the program, one of you guys could be the next design. Yes, sir.
You said your left side was dead.
Yes, the whole left side.
What did you do to bring it back to life?
Exercise, therapy. The only medicine I was taking at the time was blood thinners and high blood pressure meds to prevent, because one of the biggest fears after you have a stroke is that second stroke. If you don't take care of yourself. And I changed my eating habits. Not so many ham hocks anymore, not so many pork chops anymore, And I love my sister right here. This is my sister Rhonda, one of the best cooks I know. So it's hard, what I did was, instead of going over her house eating all the time, I saved it for the holidays. Now, like Easter passed, so we ate real good then, So yeah, and then exercise. They have very good therapists, very, very good. Like I'm telling you, my man, this right here. Oh, it's in that pamphlet. Read that pamphlet. Everything in there is true. I can testify to that,
Thank you.
So, and do your exercise, walk. This arm couldn't even be lifted last year. Now I can get it up over my head. And I stand up and do the Tai Chi, I'm not going to do it here because, I like doing it at there because they have people there to, in case I do slip down.
Since you have that exposure to Tai Chi, would it not be a good idea for your benefit to hold a class right over here for this bunch?
No, you talk to Diane about something like that. You have to tell her.
I'm trying to put you on the spot.
Yeah, and I'm trying to erase off the spot,
Is that right?
I'm a deflected to Diane and Stephanie, because they might could talk one of the therapists to come out here and put on, like Captain Bradford them come. Maybe that's the idea. She can throw it then.
Qualified.
I don't know. Captain Bradford is kind of a talented young man. Any other questions?
I was just going to say, I remember Mr. Shaw. In fact, I was looking for him today when I was there. And when he talks about the rehabilitation therapist, Dr. O.
Dr. O.
Create a program for you. He is fantastic. And he creates a program for you and will guide you with nurses and with himself to be and get you through it. Got you moving.
And Dr. O will answer any questions. That's what I like about PACE. If you have a question, you can go to, you don't have to talk to a little person. You can talk right to Dr. O. You can talk right to Dr. Winchester,
The other thing I want to say is, if you ever go down there, watch this man when you're playing trivia. Because he's a killer with these games.
No, she's she's calling me out, but but I do like to play games. I really do, and PACE has brought my social life back to me. I was so antisocial when I first got there, but I'm not like that. It's because of her, people like her. I'm not. People are so friendly there. You can't help but want to socialize with them. I mean, you just can't help it. And I'm not talking about the staff, which they're friendly. I'm talking about the participants. It's kind of like, I was watching when I first came here. I was sitting over there, and I seen how everybody bunched up together over there and were friendly with each other. It kind of reminded me of PACE. That's just how we are down there. Everyone gets along. Ain't no one feel like they better than others. It's a great place. I wish I would like to see some of you guys come down there. And if you come down there, look me up. Don't be afraid, like she said about Family Feud. Look me up. Because I do like Family Feud. I really do. But I like all the games, you know, so.